Hey, Matt Lentzner here, your professional services whisperer, if I can get away with saying that, if that's too corny. What I'm trying to accomplish here is to share my experience and knowledge about how to run a professional services company. And I see a lot of those companies just struggling because there isn't like a discussion or knowledge or anything about professional services out there. And everyone's just kind of trying to make stuff up as they go along. They end up in dead ends, get sidetracked all the time. I'm going to try and help you avoid that. Today, I want to talk about something kind of more high level and conceptual, and it's about professional services, but first I want to talk about cars. Let me ask you this. If you buy a car that was made by a small company and maybe a few craftsmen, you would expect that car to be very expensive. If you wanted to buy a cheaper car, then that's usually made by the largest companies. So what I'm trying to get at here is the largest companies in general make the cheapest cars, and then the smaller these companies get, the more and more expensive these cars become. And the reason is because a large company has more economies of scale than a small company. They can have bigger factories, they can use bigger equipment, they can have more specialized workers, etc. So that makes that economy of scale work for them. And so you get that cheap car or that cheap item, could be a lot of things, made by a large company. Professional services is the opposite. So the cheapest resource usually with professional services is what we call a single shingle, where it's a single person, and they're the cheapest generally. And then as the companies get bigger, they get more and more expensive. And so the big four right now, those are by far the most expensive labor that you can hire, the most expensive services out there. And then as the companies get smaller, it gets cheaper and cheaper. So that suggests something really weird about professional services, that it's ruled by diseconomies of scale, that the bigger these companies get, the less efficient they become and the more they need to charge. If you're a large company and you need a company with a lot of professional services or consulting company with a lot of horsepower because you need a lot of people because there's a big project going on, you're going to be paying more per hour for that service than you would if you were able to use a smaller company. And that may work. That may make sense for you if you're a large company and you need, say, 150 consultants. That's something that only a big consulting company or a big professional service company could provide to you. So there is a reason for doing that. And then the other thing is, I think, reputation, like the name brand. Like if you had an audit done and you're a big company, you don't want to have some unknown company doing that because it suggests, people aren't going to want to rely on that. So there's a lot of weird things going on with professional services. Part of what I want to talk about here is I believe that these diseconomies of scale can be attacked. In future videos, I'm going to talk about why that happens and what to do about it. And it really is the complete difference of a services-based industry versus a product-based industry. So stay tuned for that. We'll get into all the nitty-gritty. Just sort of try and wrap your brain around that idea of diseconomies of scale and how that's the biggest challenge that you're going to have as an owner or operator of a professional services company. Catch you on the next one.
This podcast was brought to you by Bizinta. Bizinta is an all-in-one cloud platform for professional service firms that combines time tracking, scheduling, invoicing, project management, and real-time reporting to help teams run operations more efficiently and improve profitability. For more information, click the link below.